Okay, hello, welcome to class. We'll get started with a quick warm up and then get into our punch kick combination. So start, feet a little bit apart, toes turned out. We're going to start with big inhale, sweeping the arms up, reaching tall, and on your exhale, bend the knees tracking out over the feet, and just let the arms swing down. Big inhale and exhale. A few more times, just big breath in. You can just let it come out in a big sigh or make some noise. I like to flutter my lips a little bit. And you can always separate the feet a little bit wider apart once you start to warm up, so you can sink down a little bit lower. And good, one more time. And then this time, you're going to keep reaching up and just let the left arm come down. So just the right arm is reaching up and over, big side bend. Now we're going to keep reaching over to that same side. The foot that you're reaching away from, your right foot, let it start to turn so you can reach behind yourself. Turning a little bit, and we'll get a little more stretch along the lats. And then inhale, both arms up, right arm down, same thing, just up and over to the side, big side stretch, the left arm. And now the foot that you're turning, that you're stretching away from, let it turn so your left hand can reach behind you. And then come back, inhale, both arms up. This time when you come down, have the feet a little bit wider apart and come all the way down, resting your forearms on the inside of the legs. And just slide back and forth a couple times, sinking down any amount lower that you can. Pressing the knees out with the arms. All right, and then straighten the legs up. Let's just march it out a little bit, knees up high. Starting to get the blood flowing and the muscles warming up. And you can start lifting the arms at the same time, any amount as you march. Let's actually start with a few kicks from this position. So we're not really in fighting position or anything. We're just going to be continuing kind of the movement of the march, the knee up, and just let the foot snap out. Other knee up, snap it out. You can do either leg. So almost like you're marching, but as the knee comes up, you also let the foot come out and just do your front kick. So when we start to lift our legs off the floor to do kicks, we're always going to start to feel the heart rate go up. So it warms us up a little bit faster. And that's always adjustable to your needs. If it's too much, you can just keep lifting the knees or just lift the foot off the floor a little bit. Always adjustable. Okay, so we've done a little bit of warming up the legs. We're going to start getting into our fighting stance, and then we'll warm up the arms a little bit more. So as always, your fighting stance, you can have one foot in front, pointing straight ahead, back foot angled off to the side a little bit. We keep a little bit of a bend in both knees, and always thinking of mobility, right? So a little bit of springiness in the knees, never locking into one position for longer than a split second. So you're gonna have a little bit of that bend, light on your feet, hands up, make two fists, keep them tight. You're always gonna have your hands up in this position unless you're using one or the other to do a technique. Always, when you're doing a technique, the other hand should be up in front of the face, elbow down, not winging out to the side, right? So you want to have that elbow down to protect the ribs if necessary, hands up. Other things with our fighting stance, as usual, you can keep a little bit of a tuck down in the chin, Not so much that you're looking down, you can still look straight ahead, but you're not sticking the chin out. You're also going to have a little bit of core engagement. So thinking of like if you were about to do a crunch, that feeling just tightening up a little bit. And as I said, a little bit of bend in the knee. So to stay light on our feet, we're going to practice a few times just lifting both heels straight up off the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And switch to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Starting to get the feet activated as well. So as usual, it doesn't matter which foot you put in front first, because we'll always switch and do the other side. So whatever side is your side 1, remember that's side 1, and then we'll switch and do side 2 and back and forth. All right, so starting with our basic 2 punches. Before we even think of doing anything with the arms, just start twisting side to side. Okay, so when you twist and have your chest facing to the side of your back foot, that's when your front hand would come out to do the jab. When you twist so you're facing more forward, that's when your back hand would come out to do your cross. So you can just do this little twisting movement to get the movement of the feet, right? So when I twist to the side, come up on the ball of my front foot, and both feet are basically facing this way. This heel is up, but both feet are going this way. Then when I'm doing this movement, twisting forward, my back heel comes up, okay? And both feet are kind of facing forward now. So we can just do this movement with the body to practice that. And then when you got that going, you can at any time start adding your punches. So front hand comes out to do your jab to the face when you're facing to the side, coming forward, cross to the body. Okay, so let's do 10 times jab, cross. Okay, and then we'll switch and do the other side. So as always, you can keep a little bit of lightness. You can even move around the floor a little bit as you do this, if that's what feels right to you. If you're not sure, you can always just practice staying in one place, but always staying a little bit light on the feet. Okay, so ready. 1, jab, cross. 2, jab, cross. 3, jab, cross. 4, jab, cross. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Switch to the other side. Excuse me. So now everything's going to be opposite. What was your backhand is now your front hand. So that hand is going to do the jab, backhand cross. The movement facing to the side for your jab, facing forward for the cross. Let's try it. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, go back to side 1. We're just going to add a little bit to this opening combination. First, we're going to actually do 2 jabs, okay? So the first jab, kind of just exploratory, just checking out maybe your distance from your opponent, you know, what are they paying attention to? You can watch them. And then the second jab is followed very quickly by the cross. So it's like jab, jab, cross, jab, jab, cross. Okay, jab, jab, cross. We're also going to add, after the cross punch, a little bit of our bob and weave. Okay, so after your cross punch, you're going to duck. The head is going to go in a U shape towards the side of that backhand. Okay, so let's try 10 times. Jab, jab, cross, duck. Ready? 1, jab, jab, cross, duck. So again, you can adjust it. You can do just a slight bend in the knees for a little duck. The more you bend the knees, the deeper your duck would be, and also the more work it's going to be because you're going to be using your leg muscles a lot more. So you can always adjust that way too. 2, jab, jab cross, duck. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And switch sides. So now, other side will start with your jab, and then quickly jab cross. And then we're going to duck the other direction, always towards the side of our back hand. So a little duck at the end. Let's try it. Ready? 1, jab, jab cross, duck. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, very good. Come back to the first side. So now we're going to add, after that little duck, whoop, we come back out again with a jab cross. Okay, so adding 2 punches at the end. Still staying with our basic jab and cross. So altogether it's going to be jab, jab, cross, duck, jab, cross. Okay, ready? 1, jab, jab, cross, duck, jab, cross. You'll notice after you come up with your duck, you can already be getting ready to throw out that jab. 2, jab, jab, cross, duck, jab, cross. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and good. Switch sides. All right, starting to warm up a little bit more. Good. Okay, same thing on this side. After our duck, that direction towards our backhand, you can already be coming out with that jab as you come out of the duck, right? Jab, cross to finish. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, and back to side 1 again. We're going to add another 2 punches. You'll notice I'm adding a little bit more than we used to with each turn. Sometimes I would just add 1 before. I'm going to add maybe 2 techniques each turn, each set, so we can get a little more into different combinations. So we've done this one before. After the combination we've been doing, we're going to add hook, uppercut. Okay, so at the end, you're going to be doing your jab, cross to finish. Your front hand is going to wind up and do hook punch. Your backhand is going to come out and do uppercut. Okay, so keeping tight fist for both. Hook is coming around, hitting your opponent towards the side. Uppercut, the palm stays facing up. And you can angle it up slightly maybe going up into someone's ribs. All right, so let's try it all together. Hands up, ready? 1, jab, jab, cross, duck, jab, cross, hook, uppercut. 2, 3, 4, 4. Did I just say 3? Okay, I think I did. So this is 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, very good. Switch to side 2. So now, after your final cross punch, front hand will come around, hook, and then backhand coming up forward with your uppercut. You'll notice the hook punch has the same body position, basically, as your jab, and the uppercut has the same general body position as your cross punch, just a different arm position. All right, let's try it. Ready? 1, jab, jab, cross, duck, jab, cross, hook, uppercut. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, good. So switching back to side 1. Again, we're going to add 2 techniques. This time, one is at the very beginning. So we're putting it in front. The other one is at the very end. These are our 2 kicks for now that we're going to do. All right. So on side 1, you're going to start off with your front kick. Front leg, knee up, snap the foot out, put it back down. And then you continue with your combination that we've been doing. After your uppercut, reach both hands forward, grabbing someone by the shoulder maybe. Back leg comes up with your knee kick. Okay, so it's 2 kicks, one at the beginning, one at the very end. So fighting stance, hands up, ready, 1, kick, jab, jab, cross, duck, jab, cross, hook, uppercut, reach, knee kick. All right, so you might be pulling them down, their knee, your knee going into like maybe their chest. All right, 2, front kick, jab, jab, cross, duck, jab, cross, hook, uppercut, knee kick. 3, 4, 5, knee kick. Forgot something. Okay. All right. 6, front kick, jab, jab, cross, hook, uppercut, knee kick. There we go. 7, 8, 9, 10. There we go. And switch to side 2. Awesome. All right. So now, remember, we're adding one kick at the beginning, one at the end. So at the beginning, front kick, go through the combination. After the uppercut, reach, knee kick. So I'm imagining if someone's standing in front of me, I'm reaching to the opposite shoulder, right? So my hands are coming together, grabbing around someone's shoulder for the knee kick. You can imagine you're grabbing someone's head, fine as well. But that's why I'm kind of reaching to, on this side, I reach over here. This side, I'm going to reach over here. Okay, so let's try the whole combination. On side 2, ready, 1, kick, jab, jab, cross, duck, jab, cross, hook, uppercut, knee. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Did I leave something out of that one? I think I did. All right, let's keep going. 7, kick, jab, jab, cross, duck, jab, cross, hook, uppercut, knee kick. 8, 9, 10. Ooh, kick. And that's it. So let's switch back to side 1. Now we're going to add 2 hand techniques at the end. Okay, so we'll go through the whole thing. After your knee kick with your back leg, as that leg comes back, your front arm is going to come around the roundhouse elbow strike, face height. Backhand, finish cross punch. Okay, so 2 hand techniques. Well, elbow punch. It's not really hand technique, it's an arm technique. Okay, at the end, 2 at the end. So let's try it. Side 1, ready. 1, kick, jab, jab, cross. Duck, jab, cross, hook, uppercut, knee kick, elbow, cross. Come back. 2, elbow, cross. So sometimes on a technique like this, I might open my hand because it's my habit. You don't have to. Don't worry about it. You can keep it closed in a fist. Try opening it if you want. Totally fine either way. I think we just did 2. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome. Okay, let's switch sides. Same thing on side 2. After your knee kick with your back leg, as the knee starts to come back, you can already start coming around with that elbow, finishing cross. Ready? 1, kick, jab, jab, cross, duck, jab, cross, hook, uppercut, knee kick, elbow, cross. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Awesome. Let's go back to side 1. So now we're going to add our turning. Okay. We're going to do the same combination we just did. Finishing with your cross punch. Before we turn, we're going to add one thing here. Again, we're going to do a duck towards the side of the backhand. So it's the same direction for both of the ducks in your combination. After this duck, you're going to look to the side of your front leg, pick up that front leg and roundhouse kick to the side. Okay? So you finished off this person that was in front of you, and you notice there's somebody over there. You got to fight them now. You look over, roundhouse, and then turn in that direction. You're in your fighting stance here. We'll count again. We'll keep turning around. We'll do one more when we face forward again, and then we'll switch sides. So it's 5 on one side, 5 on the other. Okay? So just to recap, after your second cross punch here, you're going to duck again, same direction as the first. And after that, that's when you look over this shoulder and say, hey, I got to do a roundhouse kick to the side and turn. Okay? So let's start. Ready? Hands up. 1, kick, jab, jab, cross. Duck, jab, cross, hook, uppercut, knee kick, elbow, cross, duck again, and roundhouse. All right, and then turn in the direction of that kick. You do your roundhouse to any height. If it's seeming like a lot, just pick the foot up off the floor. Notice how I'm leaning a little bit away from where the kick is going. You could even do a low kick or bring it up a little bit higher as you feel ready. Actually kicking a roundhouse kind of low, hitting someone in the leg here can actually be really good self-defense technique in certain situations. So it's perfectly valid to say I want to do a low kick. All right, so we're facing here. Ready, 2, kick, jab, jab, cross, duck, jab, cross, hook, uppercut, knee kick, elbow, cross, duck again, look behind you now, that way. Roundhouse and turn in that direction. 3, kick, jab, jab, cross. Whoops, duck, jab, cross, hook, uppercut, knee kick, elbow, cross, duck. Look in the direction of your front leg again, that side, roundhouse and turn. 4, oh, duck and forward, roundhouse, and then turn. Last one, you finish with a roundhouse, you can get forward or to the side again if that feels better. If you're ready to start pivoting more on your standing foot, that's when you would kick forward, because that's the key to doing a roundhouse kick without injuring yourself, okay? So 5, duck, roundhouse. And good, switch to the other side. So now we're going to do the same combination. We'll end up turning the other way, because after your final duck, you'll always look in the direction of your front leg to turn. Ready? 1, kick, jab, jab, cross, duck, jab, cross, hook, uppercut, knee, elbow, cross, duck again, look over your shoulder, and roundhouse, and turn. 2, back, roundhouse. I'm too close to the wall. 1, 2, 3. To the side, roundhouse. Turn. 4. Ooh, kick, jab, jab, cross, duck, jab, cross, hook, uppercut, knee kick, elbow, cross, duck again, looking forward, roundhouse, turn. 5. Duck. You can use the ducking movement to pivot on the standing leg even more. So you can do your roundhouse forward, maybe, if you want to. Finish with your roundhouse. And facing forward, let's switch back to side 1. Okay, we're going to do one more combination. Okay? I'm going to still be working with our turn. So after you turn, so let's say I start here, I do my combination. I'm going to turn roundhouse kick this direction. I'm going to put the foot down. The leg that I was standing on to do the roundhouse, I'm going to turn in the direction of that leg and do back kick. Okay, so let's do the first one really, really slowly. You'll notice after the back kick here, I'm bringing that leg back and turning back into the stance I was in before. Okay, so start on side 1, facing forward, and I'll talk you through it. So, ready? 1, kick, jab, jab, cross, duck, jab, cross, hook, uppercut, knee kick, elbow, cross, duck again. This is your standing leg. You're going to do your roundhouse with that leg to the side. Put that foot down. Your standing leg, you're going to turn in the direction of that leg. Plant the foot that just did the roundhouse. Pick up your other leg and back kick. I'm a little too close to the screen there. Back kick. When the kick comes back, I bring it back to where it started. So when I turn, I'm in the stance I started in, okay? Facing to the side. So that was number one. All right, I'll talk you through number two. Two, kick, jab, jab, cross, duck, jab, cross, hook, uppercut, back leg, knee, elbow, cross, duck in the direction of your cross punch, look behind, roundhouse, put that kicking leg down, turn in the direction of the other leg, and that leg is going to do the back kick. So you're going to bring it back to where it started, turn, and you're facing back in your fighting stance. Three, kick, jab, jab, cross, duck, jab, cross, hook, uppercut, knee kick, elbow, cross, duck again, look to the side, roundhouse, roundhouse foot comes down, turn, that kick, and then bring it back. You're facing where you should be for count number 4. Ready, 4. Duck. Looking forward now, roundhouse forward, put that foot down, turn on that foot. The heel is going towards your target. Other leg comes up, back kick, bring it all the way back around, and you're done. Oh no, we have to do one more, facing forward. Count number 5, kick, jab, jab, cross, duck, jab, cross, hook, uppercut, knee kick, elbow cross, duck again. Let's try to do it forward. You can do it to the side if you want. I'm going to do it forward. Roundhouse forward, put the foot down, turning it, back kick, and come all the way back around. And now switch to side 2. So we still have to do the circle, the turning on side 2 with this combination. So I hope you're getting it. If you're having trouble and it's frustrating to do the back kick, it's not clear what you're supposed to do, you can always just leave it out. If you end up in the wrong stance, like the other foot is forward when it should be this foot forward or something like that, just keep going. You might end up turning back and forth, you know, or something like that. It's not a big deal, but I think you'll probably get it by the end of this round, this set. Okay, so side 2, number 1. I'll talk you through it. Ready? 1, front kick, jab, jab, cross, duck, jab, cross, hook, uppercut, knee kick, elbow, cross, duck. Now look in the direction of my front leg to do my roundhouse. That leg is going to come down. I'm going to pivot on the ball of the foot so the heel is now pointing that direction. This leg is going to come up, bend the knee, expose the heel, and kick back. Bring the leg all the way back to where it started, and you end up in your stance here. I have to watch I don't hit the furniture. Okay, 2, kick, jab, jab, cross, duck, jab, cross, hook, uppercut, knee kick, elbow, cross, duck, look behind, roundhouse, put the foot down, turn, back kick. Bring the foot all the way back around to where it started. 3, kick, jab, jab, cross, duck, jab, cross, hook, uppercut, knee kick, elbow, cross, look to the side, roundhouse, put the foot down, turn, back kick, all the way back. 4, looking forward, roundhouse, that foot down, turn, back kick, bring it all the way back. Last one, count number 5. At the end, you can do your kick forward or to the side, your choice. Ready? 5. Roundhouse, turn, back kick. Come back and you're done. All right, shake it out a little bit. All right, awesome job. So now we get to cool down a little bit, come down to the floor, do a few things, and stretch it out. So let's go back to this position we started close to the end, close to the beginning of class. We're going to come back to it, feet wide apart, like maybe double shoulder width almost, bending the knees, feet turned out, coming down, pressing back and away with your forearms. Sinking down ever so slightly more. And maybe you can slide side to side a little bit. All right, straighten the legs, standing up, inhale all the way up. And then let the arms go out, palms facing forward, so the arms go behind you, unfurling the chest forward and up a little bit. Look up towards the ceiling. And standing straight up, go ahead and grab your yoga mat, if you have one, to come down to the floor. You can also do your stretches on carpeting or anything like that if you don't have a yoga mat. Just more convenient if you have one. And come on down to the floor. I'm going to come down into child's pose. You know child's pose, you go ahead and do that. Basically, you're just going to come down onto your knees. Separate the knees wide apart, wide knee child's pose. Big toes are still touching behind you. Reaching the arms forward. Try to come down, see if the head can touch the floor, arms reaching forward. If your forehead doesn't easily touch the floor, you place something there like your yoga block or just a folded blanket, anything like that. Just take some breaths. Releasing everything down to the floor. All right, and then slowly coming forward, we're going to do a little bit of core work. We're going to do 2 planks, okay? So I'm going to time them. First one, we're only going to do for, let's do 30 seconds, okay? And this first plank is your high plank or the top of a push-up. So you're going to be on your straight arms, okay? So make sure when you go into it, your shoulders are over your wrists and both legs are straight back. I got to hit my timer first and then we'll start. So go ahead and get into your position and go. Try to hold your body in a straight line, pushing into the hands. So you're pushing the floor away. Arms are staying active. So you're using your muscle strength to stay up, not just hanging off the joints, hanging off the skeleton. Front of the body lifting up to the back of the body. And that was it. That was 30 seconds. That was quick. Okay. And stop. So now we're going to do 30 seconds on our forearm. So there's a difference of opinion. Sometimes people say, well, forearms are easier because you're not on your hands. That's only true if you have something like going on with your wrist that makes it painful to be on your hands. Then going on to the forearms is better for you because you're not straining your wrist or aggravating anything. It's actually harder in general to do a forearm plank because you're coming closer to the floor. There's more of your body spread out lengthwise this way to try to support off the floor. On a high plank, you're angling away from the floor, so more of your weight goes back to your legs, and your legs are pretty strong, so they hold you up better. As we come down, we're using not just the arms more, you might feel it a little bit more in the shoulders, whatever, but really it's your core, front core, that has to work even harder to keep you off the floor. But maybe if it feels easier to you, stay with that thought, and then you'll just go breathing right through. Again, we're going to come on to the forearms. I like to interlace the fingers together. Make sure your elbows are no wider than shoulder width. Okay, so if you need to check, just put the elbows down and then reach your hands. Can you hold opposite elbows like so? To check, and then you're going to come onto your forearms and stretch the legs back. So I'm going to start now, and let's go 30 seconds in our forearm plank. Again, think of pushing down into your arms, so you're not sinking towards the floor in any sense. Head is in line with the spine. Eyes should be gazing right around, where your hands are. Not lifting the hips up too high. That would make it easier. Thinking of lengthening. And that was 30 seconds already. That was pretty fast. So go ahead and lower down. And come all the way down for a moment. You can swivel the elbows out and rest your head down. And then push up and back to child's pose once again. Go ahead and rest in your child's pose. I'm going to switch our music to a little less up tempo as we start to chill out a little bit more towards the end of class. Perfect. Okay. So from your child's pose, walk the hands in so you can come up to sit, and sitting off to one side, just swing the legs around in front. Let's come to a straddle in the legs. Just getting them as wide apart as they can comfortably go. It doesn't have to be super wide or anything. Using a couple of breaths, hands on the floor in front of you, just to check, are you nice and long and lengthened through the spine? Legs are straight, feet are lightly flexed. So if it's hard to sit on the floor like this, instead of bending the knees or coming into like this kind of position, just grab a thick cushion or a thick folded blanket and sit on it. So it'll help you tilt the pelvis a little bit forward and you can sit up straight. Otherwise, we're just going to start to slowly walk the hands straight forward. If you have a yoga mat, it's a little bit sticky, you can kind of suction, kind of do like a gecko feeling in your fingers, kind of help drag yourself forward. And whenever you feel like you're starting to really round the spine, that's where you stop and just stay right there, working at that edge, thinking of the sacrum going in and forward. That's where the fold is starting. That's like the crux of the fold, right? It doesn't really matter what happens in the top of the chest or the neck or anything. If you're not folding here, then all of that other stuff doesn't really matter. You just continue going forward. Maybe go a little bit side to side. Good. And slowly walk the hands back in, and then we'll go side to side in a bigger way. So you're just going to pick one side to go to, reach the hand towards the foot on that side, go to either side first. So make sure you're really going sideways, though. Turn the chest away from that leg. And then the back arm, you're going to take a big breath in, looking back at the hand behind you, and then exhale up and over. So both hands are reaching towards the same foot. They don't have to touch the foot. They're just both reaching in that direction. And then come right on back up. Go to your other foot. The hand reaches towards the foot. If you can't reach the foot, you just hold on to the pants around your calf, ankle, whatever you can reach. Pants are quite handy just to hold on to. Of course, you could always use a yoga strap if you have one of those handy. So you're going to reach and then turn away. You're actually kind of almost turning like towards the other leg. Back hand goes back behind you. Big inhale. And then exhale up and over. Both hands end up reaching towards the same foot. They're reaching in the same direction. Wherever they land, that's where they come down. Whether it's the foot or somewhere else along your leg. And then slowly release and come right on back up. Good. Just jiggle out the legs a little bit and hold the hands under the legs and just let them jiggle out as you bring them together. Good. And now let's go to a seated spinal twist. So you just hug in your right knee. Bring it in nice and close. And then pick it up and cross it over your left leg. So I'm going to hug in that knee to make sure it's going up towards the ceiling. And then make a decision if you want to keep the bottom leg straight or bend it and bring the foot around to the outside of the right hip. If you're in this position with the leg straight and it already feels like a lot to just sit up straight, then you just stay with the bottom leg straight. You're going to do the same twist regardless. So either way is good. You're going to check the front top knee is pointing up. So hold on to it. Maybe wrap the left arm around it. Right hand comes to the floor behind you as you twist towards your right. Sitting up nice and tall. And release. Short counter twist to the other side. Let the head drop down. Stay in this, stay with the cross leg position. And if you bent in the bottom leg, go ahead and let it come back out. The bottom leg is straight. Now we're going to take that right foot that's crossed over and try to pull it with the left hand. So pulling it towards your left hip. Excuse me. At the same time, you're kind of letting the foot turn, so the outer edge of your right foot is coming to the floor. You want to try to pull the foot back enough so this right knee comes sort of on top of the left knee, not touching it, but vertically over the left knee as much as possible. So the way I do to try to get it even more is I hold my left leg in place with my right hand as I pull the right foot back. So this is like bringing the right leg into the top leg of a Gomukhasana. It might feel like this right foot wants to slide back out, so you just hold it with your left hand. Sitting up tall, right hand on the floor behind you to help you sit up. Big breath in, and then exhale, fold forward over that right knee. Reaching the spine long over top of right inner thigh. Maybe you can reach the left foot and use that to help pull yourself a little bit further forward. Good. Grab the outer edge of your right foot with your right hand and bring that leg up, kind of like a half happy baby here. Sole of the right foot is facing forward and you're just pulling back. The left hand can be on the floor a little bit behind, a little bit out to the left side. And then any amount you want to, you can try to straighten the right leg out to the side. Again, you can be holding on the ankle, the calf, using a strap, anything. You can hold on to the big toe as well. I just keep my hand on the outer edge of the right foot. Sometimes to get the leg straight, we lean back a little bit. That's fine. Nothing wrong with doing that. If you feel like you did lean back a little bit, try to sit back up without letting this leg go down, without hurting yourself either. Good. And then slowly release the right leg all the way down. And let's do the second side. The left knee, bend it in, cross the foot over, hugging it in nice and close, and decide if you want to keep the bottom leg straight or bend it in for our seated spinal twist. Either way, you're going to twist towards your left, right arm wraps around the left knee, left hand to the floor behind you, and just twist it around. Slowly release. Both hands to the right side, little counter twist. And then straighten out that bottom leg, if it's not already straight. And now we'll try to take this left foot back, just going to the floor outside your right hip. So maybe using both hands, right leg stays straight ahead. And we're trying to get this knee to line up sort of vertically over the right knee as much as possible. Your right hand can hold that foot in place, sitting up tall. Big breath in, and then exhale, folding forward over that left knee. And the left hand can reach for the right leg, right foot. Slowly release. Left hand to the outer edge of the left foot and bring the left leg up, half happy baby. Your right hand can be to the floor behind you a little bit just to make sure you don't fall over, pulling that left foot back. And then option, trying to straighten out the left leg and hold on around the back of the calf, ankle, wherever you can reach. And if you lean back at all, try to come up vertical in the upper body once again, or as close to it as possible. And finally, letting that leg come down. And let's scoot forward so we can lie down on the back. Just going to maybe do one short bridge before Shavasana. So walking the feet in fairly close. Feet and legs are hip width apart and parallel to each other. Palms pressing down, inhale, and exhale, push. And think of letting the knees go forward. So lengthening out the front of your quads, front of your thighs, and the whole front body. Slowly lower down. And we'll just go to a short final relaxation, stretching the legs ahead, letting the arms sort of roll out away from the body a little bit, turning the palms up. Take 3 to 4 centering breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth. And after 3 to 4 centering breaths, go back to breathing in and out through the nose alone, otherwise keeping the breath nice and gentle and soft and quiet. Letting everything soften just for the next few moments. Starting to take some deeper breaths. Once again, wiggle the fingers and toes. When you're ready, bend the knees and roll over onto one side. Eventually coming up to sit. Once you find a comfortable seated position, just pressing the palms together lightly. Namaste. Thank you for joining me for class. It was fun. I hope you enjoyed it too, and stay safe. I'll see you next time.